Alright. See, things working. Looks seemingly good. Looks good. Time to continue. What was I doing? Go back to camp. I'll upgrade my stuff a little bit. Yeah, what? I don't. Do I have to have like have it on me? Like see. What are these? Are these like bonuses? Are these like are these Yoda bonuses or something? DLC? And how did I get these? These have to be. Yeah, these have to be like Yoda bonuses or something. Which I'm not gonna use them then. I thought you could do for armor too, but maybe not. Goes away, out away. Goes away. That away for now. None of those. Don't think these weigh anything. What do we do these? So let's keep them on. Make. There we go. Cook recipes. Select the recipe to cook from the left side of the screen. You can view the resulting consumables and its enhanced effects in the middle of the screen. Select your ingredients on the right side of the screen. That's pretty good. 150 essence. Eat some health wheat items. Make grenades. Makes 8. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Wait. 8 at 30 health? That's stupid, you think? 20 to 40 health? This is good. Don't need 70. Plus 20% max health. Stew. Oh, I can make a lot of stew. Let's make stew. And what else can I make? First, I'll make like 5. So you have to like do it per ingredient listing. Now let's do this. other health things do I got? Make that. Make 5 of these. That's what makes a little. Let's look at my. I got 32 of these. That should be a good amount of healing. I lost Steve. Let's upgrade. See, for now I want to upgrade this preview. Oh wait, it only increases the additional armor reduction. I guess it's better than nothing. Uses it by an additional 6. That's 20 pelts though if I look at my weapon first. Grimoire. Ability cost. I don't know how long I'm going to use this grimoire for. But the axe. I've been liking the axe. Let's go to the second upgrade for this. Additional 18 damage. That's double the damage. Then I'll go to the second one for this too. Same with my armor.
Nice work. That'll help against whatever we face out there.
Oh, I'm just overall a little bit better. Look at these increase by. Would go up to 64. Yeah, because now my axe is actually better than my two-handed now. Would go up to 64. But the great sword up to 54. I feel like I don't really switch. I was expecting to switch to my two-handed more to like do more damage, but it seems to just be easier to stay on the one-handed. I don't really want to upgrade it right now. I can exit my previous location. See what this does. That's pretty. I like that. That's a nice feature. Think I go over this way. Like this way. I think that's where I just run into the mountain, right? Yeah. I don't think there's anything over here. I think it's just the spider cave. This mountain. Cave. mushrooms. Shadow grass. Not able to get through here. There's nothing over here. It's all we got. In that case, time to find faster in the claviger. Oh wait, I actually have both of them just equipped. That's a nice touch. You actually have all your weapons on you. It's speckled amulet. Fast shells temporarily disabled. Small dingy amulet with a tag on the back. My dear Valtor, yours always. With more in sentiment than coin. Guess it's worth something to someone eventually. Oh, Trapper's Log. Shouldn't be seeing bears in Dawnshore, not this time of year. Either the seasons have gone mad or the bears have. Tracked one of them to a pillar of Adra. Adra? Whatever. Someone will say it eventually. Was it my imagination or was the creature preying? Things very wrong out here. Be dangerous to sneak in for a closer look, but danger never stopped me before.
I'm always telling visitors we're not as crazy as they've heard.
1 second. Sorry about that.
Odd. Didn't used to be this overgrown. I can take care of that if you want.
Yeah, I forgot this guy can burn this shit down. Bear.
You take lead. I got a bad feeling about whatever that bear is up to. One for you!
Did I get aggro? Good. Break. Nothing known. Can't sneak up on this one too. The live one? That's dead one, that's the live one though. Oh. Burn. This one. Upgrade's definitely paying off.
We make a good squad.
I love the shattering on the freeze. I like when games actually like freeze things with the freeze condition, not just like slow them down.
Zarups. They don't usually venture out here. I wonder what's got them riled up.
I was gonna say, I swear to God, I heard like more come in. I couldn't see him. That's just too crit. Oh, that's, he's just. Oh yeah, just used to sell field notes. Still can't believe the Clouder asked me to join him for the journey to the Strangleroot. Finally, someone that understands the importance of properly documenting the strange phenomena of this island. And below will be my shorthand notes that I shall compile into a proper report upon our return to Paradis. Floor density vastly exceeds expected levels. Fungal growth present throughout much of the Strangleroot. Roots possibly targeting man-made structures somehow. Latent essence levels abnormally high. Fauna unnaturally aggressive. Zarb scene. Last load ends with a long streak of ink and a splash of blood covers the rest of the page. I said, like, they've made, like, several people have made, like, a connection between, like, the dream scourge or, like, the condition I'm supposed to be investigating and like, fungus mushrooms. And yet they still, like, let fungus grow all over the town. I feel like people would, like, start ripping all that shit off and, like, burning it. Because they've made that, like, loose connection. At least several people have. I feel like people would then be, like, burning it and getting rid of all the mushrooms around the town and everything. Got in here. Seen ladder.
It's almost like the brambles are trying to crush that house.
Felt like some weird, like, skipping in my look movement. Started gauntlet. Seen that before. Plus 10% parry efficiency. I don't know what it means by parry. Is that like parry timing or like the stamina cost of parrying? Or what does that mean? I mean, it's not like I can parry anyway. I'm using a damn book, I can't parry. Iron chunk. I completely missed these. Merchant's journal. Something's changed in the living lands. Used to be that an honest merchant would come and go as they please. Now if it isn't the Zarbs, it's the bears. If it isn't the bears, it's the bandits. If it isn't the bandits, it's the tree folk. Feels like civilization's getting pushed out like a sliver of glass. Enough is enough. I'm hopping onto the first ship back to the Eastern Reach. Might as well stop and gather some mushrooms on my way out so it isn't a total loss. Huh? Did not work out for you, buddy. Should've just left.
Coming in hot.
Oh,
Right behind you.
I can't. We'll stealth off.
Next one's mine.
The
Nice.
scourge invades. Claw it out.
Scourge invades.
It breathes. It is close.
I the scourge, perhaps? I'm killing all the mushroom related things.
That's the claviger. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
Little bit of the claviger. Claviger Emond. Unfortunately, I cannot dispatch any of my animancers to your grove. Not until you can guarantee their safe passage. The Aedean presence in Paradis is complicated by diplomatic relations, but you already knew that when you built them an embassy. Nasi Vidaro, governor of Urames and Verno. Necromancers, Ambassador.
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
Oh, this is the claviger. I think. Unfortunate. The guy I wanted to save is dead.
The Dream Scourge has driven people to the city. Means more
You
bandits
just got
on
this
the road.
bitch ass ambassador.
Is that all you got?
aggro. Kinda surprised that
Give me a second.
fire and ice simulation don't like counteract. Stamina. Let's eat. Stew. It's a stew. 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 Nice.
I can't.
Dodge. Oh, I had one heavy. Stamina back. Just a little bit more. Ouch. Ouch. I don't understand how that one's hitting. Oh. Huh?
You're a good friend.
Take that, you monstrosity! Well done!
What happened to that bear?
Bear Claw 2. Got Audra, money, potion. Come on, buddy. Let me loot before we get into it. Anything else around here of value? Oh, these are grenades. What do these ones do? I don't know what condition these inflict.
Oh, poor bastard. One of Ludwine's toy soldiers.
Lynching duty. 5% chance to avoid melee damage, plus 2% and plus 20 maximum stamina. I don't want
I
these
never
shield
even
units.
learned
Can't
their
even fucking
name.
use them.
Not that it would have done us any good.
What's going on, Ambassador?
My savior. Oh, thank the gods. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely.
I don't think the gods thanks me. You must be a Dean Ambassador. Right, you need help back in time. No place for a diplomat. What are you doing here? Last timely people have died. What are you doing out here?
Well, the Claviger and I were investigating a disturbance. But sadly, it got the better of us.
Eamon was no stranger to disturbances, inside or outside the city walls. I never would have expected him to be caught off guard.
Ambassador Falchion Heelguard at your service. And you must be our Imperial envoy. Better late than never, I say.
Have an urgent missive. I was held up at Fort Northreach. Came as quickly as I could. Pleased to finally make your acquaintance. Finally make your acquaintance.
Resourceful and polite. Aren't you going to introduce me to your capable companion? Can he be trusted?
Something like that, and kind of might start mistrusting us. Yeah, you might
I
start
found it
mistrusting
pays
us.
to be prudent about the company you keep in Paradise. The Empire doesn't have many friends on these shores.
Hey, not with that attitude.
Exactly.
I'm charmed. I take it you had business with the Claviger? Poor fellow. It was the bear that killed him, of course. This wilderness has been a little too wild of late.
You shame if we go around you killed him, Pip, and I'll see this. What the what the fuck? God, I want to choose that just to get money, but like I don't want to have that affect me in some way. The bear, the dream scourge, I'm sure of it. Yeah.
I'm no woodsman, but I'm inclined to agree. We heard alarming reports of a blight in the wilderness, and a strange corruption moving toward the city. The changes in the ecosystem are expected, but this one was progressing too rapidly to ignore. We tracked the corruption all the way here, but all we found was that creature gone mad.
It's not madness, it's an illness, a malady of the soul. Or something like this at Fort Northreach. Which is what the Emperor sent me to investigate. Oh, the intellect one.
So, the rumors of plague were true. The situation is more dire than I imagined. We need a plan of action before whatever this is consumes the living lands.
We are here. Come to us. Commune with us. We have waited for you. Come.
Is it my god?
What's the matter? Can you hear me?
0 constitution. I'm hearing a voice in my head, it's getting louder. I don't know, I don't understand what it means, just be like, I'm not hearing a voice.
Fascinating. The Emperor trusts your judgment, and so do I. Whatever you think is best, I'll support it. You know something of our troubles. That much is clear. What would you have us do?
If that Adra is the source of the blight and strangle root, I'm going to try something with the Adra. Kai be prepared to catch me if I pass out. It's kind of Adra before. I think I know what to do. Me can explain this in a way that makes sense. With the intellect answer.
You suspect a connection. Interesting. Adra is said to be filled with essence, soul stuff. And maybe the essence will respond to a godlike's touch. Just be careful. The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you.
Take it slow. We'll be right here.
I guess I got the loot. Yeah. Crap ass shield. It's not a bad shield, but I don't want it. Not like I can have a companion use it. Like Sandra. Touch the green rock.
It is you.
What the hell?
Come closer. We feared you were but a dream. We awake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting.
Speak me. It's Fort Northreach. We, who are you? You gotta stay out of my head. Who are you?
Colony of insects. The many united by one purpose. Mycelia twining through the loam, taking and giving in equal measure. We are the ache in the land, the roots that run deep. And you are familiar to us.
I
Our
got a collection of
memories
bugs.
are fractured, but you too are alone in your strangeness.
So that I side with Swang with the strangle root. When my strange steed am familiar to you, you know whose god like I am. Whoever you are, I don't have time for this. Can you tell me what's wrong with this place or not? You know who I am?
Godlike. This term means nothing to us. But why would you belong to another, shackled to their will? Shackled like us, to rot and corruption. It spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. Poor bear, poor us, poor you.
So maybe like it seemed like it's said they were shackled, so maybe like the mushrooms got taken control of by someone. Maybe like a god of corruption control the mushrooms, something. The same plague, isn't it? Poor bear killed the clavier, want to kill me. You're not gonna get out of my head, just tell me. Same plague, right?
Yes, the air sings with its spores. It is everywhere. We can feel it. We fear it. We can see where it spreads. It is an infection. A foreign body invades. The host fights back. We feel the pain of this intrusion. It overwhelms us. If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do?
Close the wound, disinfect it, heal it. Free it, at least it can enjoy vengeance against its killers. Put the poor thing down. Leave it. Has to fight for its survival. I'm here for heal it.
Nurse it. Care for it. Grow it like the vines. We were loved once, perhaps. We remember, almost. A thought, like motion in the water.
Okay, came to the song with the string. Can you help or not? Leave me alone with your. Can you help?
The rot festers. We could suck the poison out, let green things grow in its place, and we could give you the gift of our healing touch. But a favor for a favor. Would you help us in return when we ask it?
What do you want?
We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would wheedle and bargain? Decide, do you wish this power or not?
It says it heal the strangleroot. Okay, sure.
A favor for a favor then. This place shall heal, and you shall know our power. Retire. New again this world. New again words.
Surely someone who
We
can
will
heal
find
isn't
you
bad,
soon.
right? Not disappearing. New area unlocked. Dream Touch, godlike ability active. You can revive all nearby allies and deals damage over time to nearby Dilimgon, Dreamthalls, and Vessels.
Incredible. Envoy, I don't know what you did, but that was miraculous.
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several minutes.
What happened? What can you recall? Spare no detail.
Experience medical spasm followed by brief vision. Something reached out to me. The Aja. We reached out.
You must be sensitive to the spirit world. Some are gifted, or cursed, with such talents. Inquisitor Ludwine will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they do the same. Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwine is obsessed with our security.
Goddamn cult.
Sees enemies lurking around every corner.
That's her problem. We have the Dream Scourge. Shouldn't they report to us? Shouldn't they report to
The
us?
Steel Garrote provide us some much-needed protection, but they answer only to themselves. We have our interest in the living lands, and they have theirs. A mutually beneficial arrangement. Stay out of their way, and they'll return the favor.
I'm the Emperor's envoy. They're supposed to be like working for the Empire. They should answer to me. Guess we'll see.
Ah, you're going to be troublesome, aren't you? At least you're on our side. We'll talk more at the embassy. I'll ensure the Paradise militia give you free passage into the city. Ah, envoy, what you've done here is truly amazing. Let's keep up the good work, eh?
Just watch your step. There are swaths of the city barely more civilized than this.
That everything here. I'd get some address on
Whatever
whatever
these visitors like, she can't be worse than that babe. Can she?
Sorry about that, I sneezed. Bless me. Oh wait, that reminds me. Abilities. Dream touch. Accepted the voice's offer of power in the Strangleroot. Let's see. I'm looking for. Plan this first. Then. There's how many points? I got 2 more. God, I have like no points. Increases distance, increases stun. Power attacks deal accumulation. Unlocks better recipes. I'll get scavenger for now. Usually go for the economy picks first. Has to be some kind of secret loot around here. Oop. It's a little bit of secret loot.
You are full of surprises, envoy. I'd heard.
What are the chances on this?
Heard godlights have strange powers, but I've never known one to heal an entire grove. Guess your emperor really did seem the right person for the job, huh? Still, you have your work cut out for your Paradise. Enjoy the calm while you can.
Loot? Everything in here? Like it.
The path to Paradise is a tad overgrown, but I can find my way back. I'm well enough to see myself out. Thank you for your concern, Envoy.
Well, you got no weapons. Your entire guard died on the way over here. You is not good to do it by yourself. More stuff. Overgrown frontier. Roger Waystone, set up party camp. Sure. Spend ability points. Oh, I guess not. When does he get new points? Some of this stuff away.
Gilgard doesn't seem like the kind of man you'd send to the frontier, does he? You seem much better suited to it.
It's down here. Those pigs. Fight them. Oh. A little saddening. Okay, this is where I was before. Let's walk over this way. In this shack.
Old fellow who used to live here ended up in one of those shanties by the dock. Now I see why.
Soft branches.
Take it on.
Oh, that hurt. God damn, bro.
Another win. But who's counting?
Did that much damage and I upgraded my shit twice. Just stupid.
In Rowattai, you don't abandon good supplies. I wonder what happened here.
Supplies kind of looting. Nope. Not loot. Supposed good supply. There we go. I think the scavenger thing just procced. I got an extra spring berry. Lockpick. Nice. Don't have a range thing equipped. So pick these up. Oh. I wish you could like kick in this game.
That looks valuable. Want to do the honors and open it?
Only one lockpick. Common leather kits. Grenades. I almost just walked off the ledge. I really wish equipment upgrade available would get off the side of my screen. Cash.
Ready, aim. The living lands is scattered with old Park ruins like this. Good builders and explorers.
Honey?
Now, the last of them live in an old keep in Gallowayne's Tusks. This island's never taken kindly to settlers.
Armed the trap. Instant frost, I guess. It means like the monk, the skeleton was a monk. Blast. I'm a win. One. More fight. I can do something instead of just teleporting around and doing nothing.
Next one's
Nice.
mine.
Essence potion. I want to say this is just jumping down. It's just the way we can. So check over here. How do I? Golden legendary, you know. Torn Prugan Skull Point 1. On the third night, Ivona came to the towering cliff where the sheer, jagged precipice forbade all who might pass. Beckett's glanced off the surface, and when she took a rope, it fell back to the ground and had nothing to latch onto. Walls high, Ivona lamented. No torch as a prayer against the encroaching darkness. I cannot climb, but my path cannot end. Path has led you here to challenge you, Hagrid said, a voice that seemed to emanate from the plane itself. Come before you is the same as the stone you stand upon. Your footing will find the way. Governor knew what you must do. Just walk up the side. One, why did that even work? Two, I had a thought like, oh hey, let's see if I can swing through it. Whatever. It works. I didn't even notice it. Part 2. Anova snuffed the twitch and stepped onto the nearby ledge, and her humble walking boots found a foothold upon the moss. Mustered courage and reached for the outcropping above her head, putting step over step, hand over careful hand. Thus with strength, she reached the top of the mighty cliff, then turned and watched the last of the sun slip under the wave. Don't understand, Mona thought aloud again. How did I know where to climb? Only heroes can do such things. Was your mother not a bricklayer? Agron asked. Yes. Did she not scale the walls of your great keep? Of course she did. And that is how you knew. Triumph does not come to those born to purpose, it comes to those willing to use the tools they were given. Sins of the Bagrunin? No lands, it was said. To know the world, first make a map of it. To know the cavern, make a model of it. To know the soil, or garden of it. Now, as written in blood, you shall not mistake a model or a map for the maxim, which is the truth manifest in the world. Now reduce the great to the grubby miniature. Do not mistake the drain hole for the maelstrom. Taste of the blood is that which seems clear on the map is tangled in the maxim. What the hell that means? Ooh, unique. Accepted bricklight. Plus 10% dodge distance, plus 15 carry capacity. Carry capacity does not really matter too much to me, considering how much bonus I have from all my might. Chest. A coin.
Hey, that looks like a totem to your burned queen.
Second piece. Got 2 out of 6. I guess these are the different, like, abilities you can get from it. That's everything. I'm just skedaddle. Do the drop over here since there's some loot. Money. My goodness blessing. Dead proof. Oh, wait, now there has to be this stuff, right?
I get the feeling sometimes that this island has it in for all of us.
What? Oh, loot. I guess it's the loot right there, but none behind the waterfall. But this one. Oh, fuck that. There's a fire here.
The so-called godless people disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of ruins to remember them by.
Bandits? Question mark? Godless ruins. Anything good up here? This proc chance on this talent seems very low. I say that and then I finally get another proc. Oh crap. God damn it, man. Back up we go. Where's this going? Actually heading towards the farm. ropes. Okay. How does he max out? Fuck off kindly, please. That guy's dope as fuck. It must be fucking healing. He's dead. Let's get some stew real quick. Hello? God damn, what the fuck was that?
Back up.
What the fuck, man? My character just like
Locals
stopped
call
fucking
this the
moving.
Pilgrim's Path, but
Wouldn't go
no one
left.
really uses it anymore.
Just like the good old days.
What the fuck? I almost fucking died for that. We've gone back 10 goddamn minutes. It's kind of
Great
peeking
view,
over the
isn't it?
edge.
You can even see Fort Northreach in the distance. No. Too soon?
Just look there. What's going on over here?
If you traveled weeks to see him, you can wait a few more days.
Kara, you would not be so glib if your family's souls were crying out to you for justice.
Some crusty old priest isn't going to change that.
His journal. Slim volume is warped and water stained. Quick flip through its pages reveals that it was diligently updated for 7 years. Its last entry is dated 2028. The year of Eothas' return. Let's see, 28, 21. 27 hours of difficult labor. I'm the mother of a core pink squall of a girl. I call Mata after my mother's sister, who was carried away from us on the Emir's wings last season. On Emir's wings. May she have something of her spirit as well as 2023. Anaru presented Mata with the fishing pole, the harpoon, and the basket this morning. How anxious I was. She used the harpoon and spent the hot seasons away at sea. Fishing pole be fettered always to the town. The basket and spent her life climbing trees. But sweet Mata turned her back on all of them and crawled into her father's lap. Here's B, as her father is then a healer, stay always near to me. She's 2 then, 26, she would be 5. This night Mata told her first story. It was a tale of a mighty war parrot who fought fiercely in many battles against the terrible Naga. Though he was a great warrior, he'd always wanted to explore the island, so when his mother wasn't looking, he flew to the top of Serpent's Crown in Akitaka. He saw all the way to Hasongo. The sky went on forever. He became scared of the heights and called for help, and his mother, the queen of the war birds, came to rescue him. From then on, he was happy to remain a warrior. Grand Manta once told me a similar tale when I was usually a young girl determined to climb the tallest wiki tree in the village. Perhaps there's something of the Eldan soul in my daughter after all. 2028. 7. Dreadstorm cloud sits heavy on the horizon, and small tremors shake the land while my girl is not disturbed. At night she leads the children in a performance of Gatis, Kraken Dance. as taught to us by the young woman from Mage Island. We made her bracelets and anklets of shells we collected on the beach together. She wove her skirt herself. Near the season of her birth, I remember how, when I first quickened, I told Anu I was afraid. Strange to look upon this tiny mind now and think I may have known her. How strange this life of mine. I generous the gods. What's going on here?
The Temple of Aethys is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home because the goddamn temple is closed.
Why can't she enter the temple?
Kara, an excellent question. Holy One, please. I say you must make her see reason.
As I've told Kalia here, there's a venture underway inside. The Free Expedition Corps is exploring a cave system that holds a temple of Aethys. There's an old man in there, calls himself the Oracle. I guess he's got something they want. And uncouth pilgrims will only get in the way.
Your expedition has been gone 3 days, Sejuan. I say they are dead.
Temple, I don't see a temple.
There's a temple to Aethys in the cave back there. It's a hike, and the path there is crumbling to bits. So even if it weren't closed, you know, I don't recommend it.
I'd like to see the temple for myself.
You will let him go and not me? I see.
Who said I was letting him go?
Going to bring things back to Ambassador, be reasonable.
Well, my orders say no one.
Hikara, yes. Tell the envoy about your precious orders. I could recite them in my sleep.
When can you bring back Ambassador?
Right. Sorry, envoy. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They planned for a day's journey, but they've been gone for more than 3. Something must have held them up. Our freak mentioned traps and earthquakes and...
The Oracle who maintains the temple is a godlike of Aethys.
Another godlike.
So there is no telling what he is capable of.
They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard.
I love a challenge.
You'll certainly be hip-deep in no time. Good luck.
Good. Journal. Missing. That's the discover what happened to it. Let's save. Done a good bit of exploring in the meantime since my last save.
Yeah.
I feel like this is where like the gameplay trailer and like, story trailer and they showed where was the golden elf guy. Can't think of any other reason for a golden elf besides being godlike. Let's see, put a point into more damage. Only 2% now though. Do some more crit. Dexterity. Quicker action speed. Those enemies or just plants? electric release. Magic grenades.
That spear looks endearing, all right. Guess we're on the right track.
Essence choosing series and can places that can be activated with shock damage.
Doors open.
Skeleton fight.
Look alive. They've seen us. Now we know why the expedition team abandoned that puzzle.
I was just getting warmed up.
Book of verses. Bright star spoke, voice was like a clarion cry, calling his soul forth. He knew her for the right hand of the shining god and was afraid. Wonder Humi, she spoke, you are known to us and you are from salvation. He wept, for he knew that his sins lay bare before this great illumination. Then Sargamus spoke, and his voice swept forth with the voice of the bright day sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness. Embrace him. Harmki knelt before them, resolved to save himself and asked what he must do. Roadgun spoke. Voice was like Longbird's final hymn, bidding farewell to the day's light. Darkness lies within you, you must cast into light. Sins will be burned from you, till you are newly formed, reborn into existence. So spoke Mugrin to Idnung, warned him, saying, "You've walked all these years into darkness, you must now return. Find the path like treading fire, and at every step you'll be away, but no harm will come to you if you keep your..." Is that everyone here? Nothing that crazy. Caves. How'd they build that shit on the ceiling?
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
Something stirs. Taking some pictures. Some screen caps. I don't want to jump off, but I know damn well it'd just kill me.
Blood and a broken tripwire. Someone got clumsy.
I did not even notice that, so that could have almost been me.
Look at that. That statue. How did anyone build that all the way down here?
Rituals, whispers of searing light.
This is 100%, that's the golden elf right there.
Zorubs. Want a sneak or fight? Quiet as the depths.
Well, might as well get a sneak kill. Very nice. Cabbage. cabbage. Oh, it's 24 coin. Kill him, Sky. How's that? Killed him in one shot. Disappeared. Can I go this way?
Yeah.
This is literally just where I came from.
Hold it together, kid. We're nearly there.
Fuck.
You're not my brother.
What's going on, man?
I got to be dreaming. Oh gods, am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Galloway's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair.
Sure, let's use Dream Touch.
Oh, that's the creepiest sensation I ever felt in my life. Like vines were growing all through me.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here?
I am the envoy, who apparently has like no power. An apparition you never saw me. The expedition.
Free Expedition Corps out of High Crown. Yeah, that's us. Well, that's me anyway. The rest of those assholes went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the relic, Cadman, honest. Oh, shit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell our freak how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. It's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue. You must have seen it on your way in.
Anything I need to know about the oracle?
I doubt I know much more than you do. I mean, you're godlike, just like him.
Come on, kid. Don't get starstruck now.
God's man.
Well, he's touched by Aethys, right? And he's supposed to be old, like hundreds of years old. And I don't mean elf old, he's extra old, like Aethys has been keeping him alive or something.
Great. He's old. Anything else?
Okay. Ethos. Out of Rebirth, Redemption, Dawn, Spring, and Light. His girlfriend by the name of Adrian claimed to be a vessel of Ethos and went on a rampage across the East. Ethos was destroyed, but later rose again in a dead fire archipelago. What happened there is a matter of speculation.
They used to receive pilgrims, but only the ones who could make it in. This place, it's like a trial.
Yeah, we've seen the same traps and crumbling buildings you have.
And he's
There's
building
orbs.
something. A statue of Aethys, I think. But I don't know what for. I mean, after all Aethys did in the Deadfire, people don't come here anymore.
About
Our
Yetta.
captain, she's... I don't know. I don't want to talk out of turn.
Relax. You're not the first person to have a bad commander.
It's not like that. I mean, it didn't used to be. Yetta's not been quite herself lately. I've always known her to be cautious, careful. Now she charges forward recklessly. And she pushes us as hard as she pushes herself. And that's how I got hurt.
Has she been short-tempered? Distracted?
Yeah? When we make camp, she has these terrible dreams. Wakes us all up with her screaming and muttering.
Dream Scourge.
Can't be sure, but it sounds like the Dream Scourge to me, Envoy.
Go speak with Sword.
He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here.
Inji certainly would have. I should get you back in Paradise.
Right, yeah. You got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was. I'll just rest here a second, then head on me way.
Oh shit. Well, seemingly.
Seems like a good deal. Glad we could give him a hand. Maybe one of the honest girls will too. So, the kid said the expedition team went deeper, looking for the Oracle. I say we head after him.
Lands do not exist, but certainly there's an island. Certainly there are valleys, there are rivers, lakes, mountains, there are trees, fungi, in abundance. Taken together, these not constitute the living lands. See, the constitute the description of continent. Continent lies north of the equator, not this continent is equidistant from Erdi and Rautai. See that this continent is real as long as you and I walk upon it. On this island, the living lands, but living lands is descriptive of its attributes. So attributes does not alone make up a place. For a place to become real, it must have a name. For a name to be real, it must have history. Whereas meaning, and meaning is given to a name by its namer. Living lands cannot be the sign's name. I have traveled its breadth, climbed its peaks, and delved its countless depths. I discovered that living lands has no name at all. Unless the words we use to describe this continent, the living lands were given to us by the godless. Unless these words have a meaning only they can comprehend, unless these words have a history only they can know. City, thisness of this place is lost with them. And a lot of nothing. Out of my way. Right. Yeah, let's save first. Nice. Do to Claude. Claude. I no more my talents in my sealess land. I must go. The water freezes. The art from it. The water melts. My art dissolves. The water freezes again. Like once by my peak. On my work, I was comforted by its permanence. Impermanence of all things. I took comfort in Vimmergrand's promise. And even the ice carver is not impervious to the cold. New wind blows from the north, from Kaizo, from the cracks in the in-between. chills me to my bones. There's something wrong in the world, Lord High, not even your bright smile can set this cycle to rights. Head to the living lands, the vitality that flood my art is gathering there, condensing. A new chill rises in the land, conflict is coming, our master will bargain at his side. Batney returns, tell to him to come, my love I beg you, not follow us. Though I God most faithfully, I must still alive. Let's see. Talk to the elf.
Unseen.
Damn, that's funny. There's Captain Yetta. But like you speak, but one of the many thorns in the rotten heart of this land. Aim it for a deer, and should it crammed, you'll be appropriately rewarded.
Didn't realize the head of the steel garrote was into antiques.
That little guy.
Yeah. Nothing like a win with a good team.
Not much in reserve, so let's eat a stew. Good. Gotta get its mom.
I see someone. Be ready for anything.
My brother. Can it be? Come, stand in the light. Let me look at you.
Sorghumets. Got a flame sword. I'd like a flame sword. Oh, there's just Sorghumets. It has been some time since your last correspondence. I do hope that you're still well. Whether tea and spare equipment from my lab proven reliable. You know how temperamental and finicky old equipment gets? I swear those machines have souls of their own. I digress. Look forward to hearing the latest news about your progress. I have no doubt that the completion of your project will change the world. Knowing you, it will certainly be for the better. I've had a part to play in this fills me with deep satisfaction. Perhaps one day they shall write about us. I can see it now, the Oracle and the Visionary. Titillating tale of two thinkers, their thoroughly thought-provoking theories. Second thought, perhaps simply the Oracle and the Visionary will suffice. Eagerly waiting your response, your friend Vidder. P.S. It is good that I forgot to send this after dry. Olvask would be very cross with me. I did not relay once more that he, quote, rather looking forward to giving Sargemus sized animat proper thrashing. If he ever gets it functional. Hold out, Olvask. Till next time, my friend. He's making a mecha, I guess. I press the button. Button does. Let's talk to this guy.
It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargemus, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space?
You named yourself after one of the early figures. Scripture for an expedition Pass this way. Temple to get the statue. They've got like.
Then Sargamus spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him. I am that same Sargamus. Though it has been some time since a man has knelt before me and begged absolution, as Harmka did.
This guy's
The
old as
people
hell.
do not hold to the gods any longer, and they do not hold to their servants. We live in a time of disbelief. The gods are absent, and have recalled their gifts from the world. Avarice reigns. Acquisition is the faith to which all men bow. But perhaps there is hope. You have read the Book of Verses, and we are here together, if only briefly. In this moment, we are not entirely alone.
Expedition of my country.
An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
An expedition? You know, treasure maps, matching outfits, campfire songs, the works.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here?
Do you expect me to believe you haven't seen them? There's only one way through this place. Go up, you must have
It's
seen
a
them.
reasonable question, I'll grant you. You must understand, this place has seen so few visitors for so long that I often retreat into my private quarters. To read, you understand, or pray, or sleep. Age has made me slow. I tire easily. I sleep now more hours than I wake. They could have already come and gone, and I would be none the wiser. In any case, you haven't told me what it was they searched for. Or do you not know?
Searching for what?
The splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss.
Keep the look, I might find them there.
It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
If you're about to ask us to tidy up, think again. My place is a much bigger mess.
Oh no. I had something far grander in mind. You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way.
I'm back before you can say 10 phrases.
I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, brother.
Let's see.
I too.
Bless me. Sorry about that. You really
I am
godlike.
as you are, though I do not care for the word. Aethys the Dawntree, if you will forgive me saying so, I am surprised. Even
Let's
before
skip
the
this.
vanishing of our kind, it had been some years since a child of Galawain came to speak with me. And I have never seen a member of the Lord of the Hunt's coterie whose visage resembles yours.
My God. Galloway. Galloway is the god of the hunt, assassins, pursuit, wilderness, and predatory creatures. He takes the form of a fur-clad hunter flanked by hunting dogs, giant cats, or other animal companions. Those who call upon Galloway favor the survival of the strong and the calling of the weak. Because I'm not a god like a Galloway.
Ah, of course. I should not have assumed. I have had the great privilege to speak with thousands of our kind during my long life. And you do not resemble a single one of them. But if not Galawain, I cannot imagine who else among the Pantheon might have blessed you.
Truthfully, I don't know which god is my patron.
My relationship with my lord has oftentimes been the one succor through difficult seasons of my life. I hope that when you find your patron, it is the same for you. May I ask, as a god's child, did your earthly parents love you?
They viewed me as different from love. I believe they cared for me in their own way. They kept a distance. I think I frightened them. They feared me. They worried me ceaselessly, like a burden to them. Why? I'm not telling you that. Say I had good parents, so... five, maybe?
This world is cruel to us. And tragic how that cruelty often begins at home. There are many theories, which the holy and learned of Aora have only just begun to argue. But you did not ask me for theories. Frankly, I do not know for certain. However, I believe the gods are preparing for war.
War against each other?
A war of all against all. A struggle between destiny and design. Who yokes the soul of the world? Whose machinations turn the wheel? Who acts and whom is acted upon? That is the ultimate power, brother. The only power there is to decide the fate of another and to make it so. For so long as we have lived, it is the gods who have decided for us. But change is possible, if we are brave enough to want it. And Kith have lately grown very brave indeed.
Hearing a voice since I arrived on the island. My god.
I suppose it's not impossible, but the gods typically make themselves known to us in our earliest days, before we have left the comfort of the womb. They are present in our hearts and mind before, well, before we even have a notion of I at all. I am sorry. Yours is an unusual case. Tell me, this voice in your head, do you want it to be your god?
I'd be a relief. I want you to know I'm not going mad. If it's not my god, I don't know what else it could be. It's not my god, I don't know what else it could be.
Other than a symptom of madness, you mean? You do not seem especially troubled. No more than any Kith subject to life's uncertainties. As to what the voice is, if it is unlikely to be a god, I cannot say. It may be a particularly powerful soul attempting to control you, or the echoes of a past life. Perhaps it is the sending of an archmage, or some ancient construct of Engwithan make. Or it may just be the beginnings of the Dream Scourge. Whatever this voice is,
huh?
I suspect only an expert in souls can say.
I should go.
Of course. Explore to your heart's content. But please refrain from touching my statue or devices. Go in peace. I will be here if you return.
Let's save. I'm gonna go touch your statue. Touch it. Wait, 28. He's gone, but he's still with me. What form should a reliquary take that is fit to hold the splinter? On a high crown still, I petitioned the church for ivy, gems, and gold. This remnant of his holy body is worth all the wealth of the empire and more. Being as I am sequestered here, I will make do instead with the wealth of the land. Granite from the tallest peaks, clay from the fertile riverbeds, trunks from the most aged trees. Must work without ceasing until it is done. The memory of my lord cannot endure delay. Guess you know, a certain amount of months have gone by. I don't know what their calendar is. Anyway, same year, different month, beginning to take shape. I thought at first a sanctuary would be appropriate, a temple within this temple of the godless. When I prayed my plans for the building's construction, I received a vision of Aethys' Titan as it had existed in its time. A body of strange flesh and bone, hundreds of feet tall, strode the land with a pantheon at his side, facing down the forces of chaos like 11 colossal ships of the line. What crisis manifested them and inspired them to act, I know not, but I shall make him as he was in my own fashion. 28-29, he is complete. The statue I have made is inert, lifeless, dull. The work of my hands does not dignify the splinter. There's something deficient in it and in me. I must destroy it and begin again. 28-29, it's made anew. Though she is formed from granite, clay, and wood, still, but thy shelter now has a precious azure core. Glimmers even in the low light, having ceaseless evenings, brings the dawn to the penumbral place, as the light of his attention once brought to my soul. In the Empire they celebrate Spring Dawn Day, they would have prior to the Saints' War. I wonder, what of him remains in the beyond after his dissolution, the Kaizo? I long to be with him again. Different month, what if I did not have to want? It seems like he wants to reconnect with his god. Reminder, source fresh lumber. Y'all only seems to be able to source rotten lumber, and the contemptible stuff cannot withstand the damp of this cavern. I must find someone who can fell and hew fresh trees. My fragile generators will be at the mercy of the Zarps. Little bastards are remarkably curious. God damn it. Stuff. There we go. Oh my god, I thought I fucking fell for a second. This goddamn dodging. Some material. Steve of the Living Lands. What are we to make of the absence of the Guithans from the Living Lands? Think often of the hundreds of years I spent in the Eastern Reach. All my time there, never once were the ruins of the Nguith out of my sight. The tree of their standing stones loomed from the peak of a nearby hill through my bedroom window. The long shadows of the machines fell every day over my church. The roads were trod with their roads, and the walls that divided our land were their walls. Their temples became our markets, our fields were littered with their tools. No mountain, or river, nor forest could stop their building, and with their technology they mastered the world. The Guithians laid the foundation of yore. We, the living, are merely the skin atop their bones. But they never made it to the living lands. How can that be so? I guess they're like kind of the precursor race, I guess you could say. High tech. Guess they're gone now.
The bridge is out, but that looks like the way to the relic.
Guess that's the way to go forward. Here. Lockbox. The money. Assuming none of this is like.
Leave those be. They protect my devices.
Protect your devices, huh?
Don't touch the generators.
What, huh? Lever.
I'm afraid that won't work until you've returned the splinter.
It's not the generator. There it is. Ow. Alright, can I take it over? I'm ashamed of like. I can undo this after a bit.
Hear us. Follow us. We would speak to you.
Who's ready for more?
You get his sword. Look at that bad boy. Enemy restores 3% of your maximum health. It's deal 10% bonus fire damage. Pretty good. Oh, this guy's mad just because I turned on his statue. Reload it. I was just kind of seeing what would happen if I did that. I don't want to actually have that be my thing. see where this elevator goes. Travel to Dawn Shore. Athens were an ancient society that vanished from Europe. Today they are remembered for their grand architecture, deep knowledge of soul manipulation. Oh. And it's gone. Complete lecture. How do I live if there's no consolation? When I left the world, I was emptied of divinity. I'm a slave now to desire for it. I'm unmoored from space and time. I'm a body persisting until it is gone. Nothing. That what he wanted me to become. But I guess without him, he's mortal, or more mortal now. He's aging, I assume. He lost the divinity of his god. Saint Waden, farmer become god. The mention of the name Waden, most folk think of only one word, Godhammer. While this event echoes through the ages and is still felt used after the destruction of Yvonne der Bridge, Waden's humble beginnings belie the powerful force he would grow into. Wayne lived an unassuming life in the remote area of Red Ceres, the son of Volas farmers. He toiled in the fields alongside his father for 22 years until his father's death. The farm then fell to him to run. He considered selling, but had no other skills upon which to draw, so he set on the path of Volas farmer as well. Nothing of a note was recorded in Wadeland's life until 4 years after his father's death. One day while working the fields, Lane's life was irrevocably changed. In his words, night was falling, the fingers of dusk already gripping the sky. The sun had dipped behind the world's edge, and stars were peeking from beyond the shroud. The day still and darkness had blanketed the field. I placed my last harvest of the day into the collection pile, when from behind me arose a brilliant light. I turned, fear in my breast, knowing not what would have caused such intense radiance. Behind me stood a blazing figure, resplendent in glory. White flesh glowed with a luminescent radiance, its head a blinding ball of light. Brighter than the highest sun of mid-year, I averted my gaze, afraid I would be struck down for daring to gaze upon such a creature. Sun peace washed over me, sweeping away my fear, leaving my troubled soul tranquil. A loving warmth wrapped its arms around me. A voice spoke to me as I stood transfixed, trying to both see this glorious being and avoid its dazzling scrutiny. Fear not, it said to me. You are chosen above all others. You will be the light to bring about the rebirth of an empire. Then held out its hand and bestowed upon me a vision of power, such that I could scarcely contain it. Wayne, Selvin Dirty, stumbled into his village the next morning, telling all who would listen about the miracle that had happened in his fields. Othos himself, he claimed, had appeared to him. He was to punish the Aedirn governor for leading his people to ruin. A way would be provided, and those faithful who helped would be blessed when the divinity manifested. Villagers ignored him, convinced the loss of his parents had broken his mind. But Wayne continued to preach of the power of Athos and the corruption of the governor, eventually earning him the ire of the locals. His confrontations with the villagers hit a turning point one day in mid-autumn. The crowd gathered around Waidwin, cheering him and telling him to leave the village. The Voyless crop that season was particularly light, and the villagers blamed Waidwin, saying he had angered the gods, particularly Athos. It was blasphemy. They backed him into one of the withered fields, yelling at him to go. Accounts of the inciting action are hazy. Some say a stone was thrown, others say he was pushed. Others still say he simply tripped over a dry root sticking from the ground. Regardless of the cause, he landed face down on the ground, the villagers standing over him laughing. Enough, a voice not Waidwin's boomed across the field. Waidwin looked up at the crowd, his eyes glowing with a blinding white light. He stood but did not stand. One moment he was on the ground, and the next he was standing before the crowd who cowered before him. You dare deny me, the voice spoke through Waidwin's mouth. You dare refuse my servant. Waidwin's arms raised, beginning Luminous, you dare require proof. His arms went out. His sides, never ask again, lest you be burned in the light of the new dawn. There's a flash of light from Waydwin's eyes and hands, and the entire field sprang to life. The once dried and brittle plants became full, lush, and verdant. The crowd was silent. From somewhere in the back came a call of praise Aethys. Then they all fell to their knees in front of Waydwin. Farmer turned God. Oh my god, so much damn reading. Very good, Farmer. The spine of this book bears a stamp designated as part of the restricted collection of the Halls of Obscured. It appears to have been stolen. Every page is filled with closely packed writing and illustrations. One passage reads, St. Waydwin pursed his lips and stared down the glowing, glowering visage which peered at him between stalks of voles. Volos. He gripped the wooden shaft of his scythe, slick with sweat from his palms, the hands of a working man, which he was. Then you're Aethys, then, he said. That I am, said the god. And you already know what I want, said the farmer, who that I do. Waydwin unknotted the taut cord which restrained his ponytail, and let the flowing, flowering locks cascade around his shoulders and rest over the shelf of his bosom. He winked and cleared his throat before winking again. Got a candle hasn't been lit properly. Let's move closer and which cuts off abruptly with series of jagged notes pressed deeply in the compartment. Goro is not ready for this. This like fan fiction? Is this real? I already read that. This is just kind of a way out. Go back. Back down we go.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go this way.
Reminds me of the strangled road. But how?
I feel like I'm gonna miss something down here. I am actually running out of breath. More reading. Clay tablet. This clay tablet is inscribed with a flying critical script in a language you've never seen before. I can't even read that. These damn little machines. Just common scale line. Not maybe that. Is there a point to that? What did was raise the gate? But seemingly actually did nothing. There's no point to that for me. Oh my, look at all these damn books, brother. Warlog book. Okay, this is... I don't know this. Oh. I mean, I've been trying to read most of the books. I'm not reading all of this. There's too fucking many. Wow, it's because of you. Get away from me.
Who's ready for more?
I'm just gonna collect all these. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. There's just too damn many. I've been doing it for a bit, but this is just too many books to like sit here and read. Oh my god, look at them all. Statue schematic. I will read this one. Drawing details plans for the creation of a large statue powered by essence. The essence is intended to be injected into the statue by an array of animatic devices. Such a vast store of essence might come from. What a statue could do with it is unclear. Where? So many goddamn.
Coming in hot.
Burn it. Oh. Quick. I'm gonna have to go this way.
Ready, aim. 6 years in Dawnshore, and I never knew something this big was under our feet the whole time.
Boots. Purification of the Pilgrim. Communing with the stupid ass goddamn beetles. I'm dead.
Let's see what you got.
Healer. Beetles. They're the worst goddamn minions there is.
Dream scourge ahead. I hate to think it reaches all the way down here.
Thorns beside violets, essence twisted out of shape.
Okay. More stuff. Wait, there's something up there. How would one go about getting up there? food. Guess this can regen on its own. I don't think my spell would reach that far. Cancel. Oh. Yes. What do you?
A pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
Consecration prayer.
If it weren't for the creepy oracle and the invading roots, this place would be kinda nice.
How do I? Wait, but I want the stuff over here. Up Sophia. Yeah, I quite like the look of the game. I have to be missing something here. Can't get up there. How the hell am I supposed to get up there? Okay, I was just supposed to continue on for now. Don't see any other choice really, so maybe it wraps around eventually. Was parted. Random explosive. Like,
Right behind you. There's the relic. It can't be as easy as just grabbing it.
Fine. Oh. Wait. Who's this guy? Boom.
No one said anything about tight spaces.
Maybe Living Land redacted. Other agents keep fighting my work. They've already faced 3 versions of this volume alone. New page because it's in plain black as for the very last. I've compared my notes regarding the inscription from Mikazo with the script of the intact clay tablet in my lab. All shapes in common. Blacked out. Yiz could that mean God? So maybe the godless did have a god? some more mats. Let's go. Scruffus. What's up, Scarlet? What's ever in these goddamn containers? So all that's left to do is pick up the splinter. We get to see the
False
mercenaries, right?
waits.
Something's moving in the main chamber.
Search it for the expedition. Burn. What? Like electricity really ain't that good. I can take aggro from one of these guys. Godless execution. I missed all of that. That's sun off on this guy. Burn, baby, burn. Oh. Heal it. Oh, I'm stuck. Fuck off, you dumb bitch. Potion. Stun. Nice. No, do not heal this guy. Instead, there's no one left to heal.
He's also.
I could standing there and do something. The agile.
Ready for more.
Damn.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Essence potion. Nothing else down. Right. I'm good. Right. Just vessel bone.
Well, better a flood than a cave-in.
Guess now I can get to the backpack I couldn't before. There we go. Can put the thing over here now? There we go. materials. So. Nice. Jump. Jump. Nice, 50 coin. That's... Oh, that was over here, really? Just chilling here, I guess. I think that's about everything here. I want to find the expedition. Where did they go? This purple soul leaking up from the ground. It's over here. Save here. Am I even following this quest? Find someone to report to at the embassy. Optional. Can you search for them?
Something's not right here. Take a look around.
Oh, well, I guess I found him. Journal 2030. New orders came down from day today. Oh my god. What you reading? Were to be sent to the Living Lands, Diplomatic Corps has established an embassy in the port city of Paradis. They need support cataloging the unusual ruins there. No doubt it'll take months, perhaps a year or two at the very least. I'd promised Rudwin I'd be in High Crown to celebrate Netsu with them and the children, especially since it will be Mary's coming of age. But how often are you given the opportunity to lay the foundation of a study for a previously undiscovered ancient culture? I'm sure he'll understand. Maybe, well, I think my daughter will be glad I'm gone. It's not like the guards are making new continents, the world is getting smaller every day. It always seems as though the moment I finally get my sea legs, we're pulling into harbor. And charming harbor it is, despite what Darien told me. Not nearly so dangerous as the clerks in High Crown warned. I swear on the Queen, half my countrymen resent any city that isn't the Emperor's purely on principle. There was a letter waiting for me when I arrived at the embassy. I suppose Rudwin sent it before I left. Cowards filed for dissolution of our marriage, but he couldn't muster the stones to tell me to my face. Let him assume it never arrived, for I certainly won't dignify it with a reply. The whole episode has given me a blinding headache, a horrible pinching sensation right behind the eyes. Got Dream Scourge. We had a few days to settle into life at the embassy while the powers that be argue about how to best make use of us. While I was resting, the ambassador's clerk took the scouts to some dreadful little swill house in a rough part of town. Naturally, a couple of the Longyards poisoned themselves with alcohol. The mother in me wants to be furious, but I can hardly muster the energy. As long as Ulfric's voiding his stomach in the canals instead of the bunkhouse, it's not my business after all. I think I'll take the team to Fort Northreach, see if we can't help their archivist identify the purpose of the godlike ruins there. 2031, blessed new year. The team acquitted themselves well at the fort. With Caedmon's help, I was able to get down into the basement of the ruins there and take a good look at the construction. Naturally, I left the notes I took at the fort. Like I can hardly even think these days, but I believe I remember enough of what I learned to write a satisfactory report for the ambassador. Could those ruins have been the site of a fertility temple? I mean, goodness, look at the shape of their buildings. Steel Garrote Inquisitor attached to the embassy has uncovered rumor of a holy relic in a cave here in Dawnshore. She suggested we might want to investigate. I know you should be eager to get down there to explore it, but I've hardly been able to get out of my bedroll since we've returned to Paradise. I'll bet there's a cursed tablet with my name on it that Rudwin's installed at the Temple of Skain back in High Crown. Nothing else could explain the hideous nightmares I've been having. Mushrooms erupting from my skin, my eyes placed by quivering stalks, Miri turning into a tree, Rudwin splitting in hair and opening up like a flower. No matter what drug I take or to which god I pray, they refuse to go away. Collapsed while we were gearing up in the market, and none of the merchants would help me off the ground. One of them muttered something about a soul plague. I ran off to tell his mates. I tried to tell the man I wasn't sick, just going through a divorce, but I couldn't speak. It was like my tongue had turned to mud. Crystal pulled me aside when the boys got me back to the embassy. She was able to press locals for more about the relic. Apparently, it was taken from Arthas's Titan skeleton, the very one I made my reputation discovering. It's well known for its ability to heal anyone who holds it. I cannot deny any longer. I must find it.
Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here? They can't have come the same way we did. We swam here. What's stranger is there's not a scratch on them. No sign of what killed them. It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed.
I've seen something like this before in the creation of Animots. The plan in the Oracle's workshop were too complicated to be a simple statue. That reminds me of the bodies of the godlikes who died a few years ago. The Oracle could have killed them. Arcane Scholar.
I've heard of those, but I've never seen one. They're suits of armor brought to life by bound souls, right? The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right?
The Oracle's plan have something to do with Aethys vanishing at Ukaizo.
There's still a lot of debate over what even happened at Ukaizo. Perhaps the Oracle knows the truth, or perhaps he's just as lost as we are. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
What's in the lockbox? I'm getting so many wands. And the Binding of Souls. The removal and transference of souls is practiced both ancient and sophisticated. There's evidence that the Leathans particularly adept at this, yet very few details have survived then. What's known as a removal of souls, different process, and one that requires an expert hand and precise tools. For any chance of success, early attempts on a test pool of 138 goats left most of the subjects with maimed or fractured souls. All but 2 of the 11 instances where the soul was successfully removed, essence dissipated with what scholars could capture it. Ugh. Words transferred to holding vessel are written and underlined in margin. The process requires conductive materials, copper and adra. Specifically, immersion in water is important to ensure that the soul is drawn in a steady and uniform manner. No distortions or breakages. Warped soul at best useless and at worst unpredictable. We have since mastered the process of soul transference. I've seen the benefits of infusing forged work with the essence of animals and wilder. What remains to be seen is whether we might see greater gains from using the souls of Kith, where we would produce the appropriate subjects, and how much personality and autonomy we would want to leave intact in such cases. Note runs around and below his paragraph, beginning with criminals, principles of war, volunteers, ending with forged guardians and block letters. These notes are crossed down below them as written, but what of the divine soul? fucking burning the bodies. We made them. That's where it came from.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place?
You got the insect voice still. I'm confused.
Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness?
I don't know what this guy's capable
both.
of. But I've got your back.
There you are.
But I think
I worried for you.
I'm actually gonna take a break here.
Lies like wasps.
Ah, fuck. I need to take a break. Thank you for being here, and I might play later tonight or possibly tomorrow.